Welcome everyone. It is the first session of the Tontine. We have here today our delightful players. I suppose we'll maybe perhaps do a quick introduction so people can get kind of a feel for the character if you're watching this from home. Who would like to go first?
I guess I will. I don't know, do I introduce my name and character?
Yeah, just talk about who your character is, kind of summarize your major beats maybe. Nothing too spoiler. I am a full duke, I am from so and so, stuff like that. Nothing terribly complicated.
Well, my character's name is Maya, a Volduke, who grew up within the, with a Naui parentage, which allows me resistance from fire damage, and I learned control of flames. Playing a rogue who is decidedly unrogue-like, wearing chainmail currently, and wielding a rapier and a shield.
I am playing Orla, daughter of Sarkad, which is what I named. Unless you change the name, but...
Nah, I like Sarkad. Go ahead.
Daughter of Sarkad the Chosen. I am a member of one of the Aseed tribes, and I'm trying to find the actual name of that. Which subrace? Sub-race, actually? It starts with the T one.
You're Twatha.
Twatha. A member of one of the Aseed Twatha tribes. Disgraced royal barbarian, waiting to get my restore, honor or whatever, to my own persona.
Mm-hmm. And take it away from the top, Eiffel.
My character's name is Eiffel. They were born in Kindalen. Pronunciation not clear to me. They are an afflor of the Akara subcaste, somewhat sub-racialized class caste system. They have made every effort in life to just kind of drop out. Currently have more cocaine than is advisable in their system.
Love it.
Also, they're a cleric.
Fantastic.
So, taking it from our assorted introductions, our players find themselves here today in Masal, the chief Alfurian port city. Is a bustling depot to the rest of the material plane. The great ship works here bring down to keel some of the finest vessels in existence. It is a flourishing, vibrant place, refit with the splendors of the sea, whether it be the bounties of its food and the wonders of its good. Amber is quite prolific here, as is fishing. They're quite fond of their shellfish dishes. The city, during certain points of the year, reeks, as they like to do open-air cooking of massive quantities of shellfish, much to the chagrin of passerby and tourists and the native denizens, those smart enough to realize that it's bad. Our players here find themselves preparing to depart by carriage from Masal up north the coast to the chief Kaweem city, where the University of Worms is located, and that city is called Dakma. It is a 5-day journey. It's a relatively standard kind of route to take. Banditry has been kind of clamped down to demilitarized patrols and things of that nature. And if you do manage to get robbed, the bandits tend to not kill you because it means they get more heat. They usually want to just pick things up and go about their business. But that doesn't stop the carriages from being stalked by guards and people paying excessively high sums to make sure that mercenaries are watching their every move and to make sure that trade goes smoothly and swiftly. At present, the three of you are inside the main carriage house. It is bustling with activity as people are going about their various businesses. There are a variety of characters milling about. The area is loud, boisterous, and as you arrive at the front of the depot, the three of you actually receive the same terrible news. Well, maybe perhaps not terrible in regards to your interpretation, but that The carriage that you were in was once full, but the other passengers have all been upgraded to first class, and you are rather irritated. Why was I not upgraded to first class? Don't I have standards? They told you that there was no such room. It was a special giveaway. It came from on up. It's above their hands. But they tell you that you will have extra space in the carriage, and you're welcome to avail yourself of it at no extra charge. And you think to yourselves, all right, that's fine. You make your way over to the carriage. Is there anything any of you would want to do before entering the carriage and preparing for your trip?
Can we, just for your sake, can we assume that I've already tried my best to intimidate and kick my way through the throngs?
Eiffel and Maya hear a very large Acede woman putting up an enormous commotion in front of the ticket line before you arrive. Do you wish to?
I'm going. I'll just describe what I'm doing. I'm going full Karen. Full on. Do you know who my father is? I will, and I'm like pulling my blade out and getting ready to start brandishing it at guards, but. So what am I actually making headway? Because I'll end up stopping if there's no point. I don't really have any reason to massacre an entire coach.
As you're pulling out your sword, you see several Furian paladins who have the unfortunate burden of being oath of traffic police. Like, why did I get born into this cast? And as they walk over to you and start brandishing out their blades, you're like, "Ma'am, is there some kind of issue here? Perhaps we can take this elsewhere."
So. I'll look them all up and down and then look at how many people I would actually have to kill to get out of this without being thrown in prison. And I'll just spit at one of the guards' feet and take my place in the smaller coach.
You see him just kind of sigh, 20 years till retirement, as he prestidigitates it off of his shoes, polishes himself off and says, "Enjoy your day, ma'am," as he walks away.
You're lucky, sir. That was Orlaith, the soon-to-be conqueror. I take a swig of alcohol guidance myself.
I love that.
Is your flask your
It literally
focus?
says guidance on it.
Oh, nice.
I love that.
Well done.
They stamp all your tickets and you're taken away to the coach. You enter in and you settle in. It is as it appears on your screen right now. 2 very large, stately horses. And unfortunately shared bed. Go ahead and peep if you want to see it. It's that screen right there. There is a small table for dining, another place for what seems to be magical rituals and other chicanery, as well as storage and other miscellaneous
It's a big ass horse carriage.
Yeah, it's pretty big. I couldn't find one that was like reasonably sized, so I had to kind of make a few improvements here. But these are your lodgings for the next 5 days. Is this small little carriage? The 2 guards in front of you, you can see on their name badges. They're both Marzak, and their names are Tariq and Zayad. They kind of just tip their hats to you as you come in, and they're like, "Welcome to the carriage. Come right on in. It'll just be a 5-day journey up north. Should be rather uneventful. If you need us to pull over, simply signal." And there's like a little silk rope in the middle of the cabin. You pull it, and it has like a faint little bell that rings on the top to indicate for them to turn over.
Ding. Where do I shit?
Let me actually look at the carriage in here. I'm going to say that, you see that weird thing in the bottom right corner that looks like
Sure.
Actually, that's the stove. I'm going to say that the toilet is in the top right next to the bed where that weird little stick is. We're going to assume that is a very Roman object, and it is a sponge soaked in vinegar. And that is the privy for this establishment. Perhaps if you paid a little bit more for first class, things would be a little bit more amenable, but...
This is a carriage
Yes.
with a bathroom on it.
Yes.
Does the toilet flush?
No.
I think it's a bucket that you just toss over.
Yeah.
Is there like a curtain or something?
Yeah, there's a curtain.
Excuse me, and then cocaine begins to slowly exit my system.
Oh, God.
Quickly turn away, kind of disgusted.
The horses neigh, and you hear the clipping and the clopping.
Did you pull the curtain? Is that what that motion was?
Yeah.
Because you never said it. So
I
wasn't
didn't
sure.
say it. I'm sorry, Hot Mike. I have pulled the curtain.
You're a good Altherian cleric. You pull the curtain.
From on the toilet. I don't remember either of you. Have we met before? Or are you strangers?
We're strangers.
Excellent. I thought I knew you. Terrible.
Terrible that we're strangers, or terrible that you've not met us before?
That's entirely up to you.
I'll be on. Let's continue this conversation once you're off the privy. I don't much like having. Okay. I'm gonna wait until you're done.
I finish.
Roll to finish.
Maya is just gonna be dead silent until the curtain pulls back.
Do I actually roll or no?
No, you don't
Okay.
have to. A con save to see if you survive this shit. Well, Eiffel here finishes their emissions and emerges from the privy, pulls a curtain over, and the toilet seat precipitates away all of the filth, and it cleans itself.
I stare at it.
It's quite nice.
I honestly spent a good 30 minutes thinking about weird stuff we could do at prestidigitation. I was like, wow, sanitation would not even be a problem. Now, it's going to be a few days journey. Is there anything that a lot of you wish to discuss as you are making your way north towards Darkma?
My name is Maya. What are your two names?
Iffelwin.
Orla.
Well, it's nice to meet you both. Well, I do wish that we had been promoted to first class, because that sounds far more lovely than having a bucket. At least many others were as well, so there's only the three of us rather than who knows how many others.
I began to pull out a large bottle of vodka from a pocket that did not look that deep until I pulled out the bottle of vodka. Anyone need a hit?
I just keep eye contact and drink half the bottle.
It was impressive what you did to those guards. It'd been better if you'd murdered them.
If I had done that, I would have had to murder a lot more people. And I don't need that much attention right now. I put it on the table. I don't thank you for it.
I don't look offended at all. I put the bottle in my pocket.
Somewhat of a brash lot, aren't you? That's not a judgment, let me be clear. It's more a statement of the facts as I see them.
I wasn't going to invoke judgment here, and, third, fourth, customer... where are we? Is this is it the luggage department? We're in a shitty carriage. And then I kick the self-cleaning toilet.
The self-cleaning toilet writes itself and then cleans itself from the dirty footprint that you had put on it.
I was genuinely concerned that would break it, and so we would just have to spend the next 5 days with a toilet that's
Oh
full.
god,
It's a bit early. It's a
broken.
bit early for the severe punishments, don't you think?
Yeah, I don't need to sort out where do you all poop for the next 5 days. Alright, the carriage continues north for a few hours. Over the course of the next few hours, what do a lot of you do?
So anyone buy trinkets? Need amulets, charms, potions, protections, poisons?
At the word poisons, Maya instantly jerks her head up. Poisons, you say?
Do you want the fun kind or the bad kind?
Well, I find the bad kind quite fun.
Okay. Hold on. And I pull out a sack of powder and I literally just throw it in my face. I now have proficiency in a poisoner's kit. Now, do we have a poisoner's kit?
I actually don't think I do.
You do.
I do?
Yeah, remember, I give it to you for free.
Oh, right.
I'm just sitting at the back, sharpening my blades.
Of course I have a poisoner's kit.
I begin to try to make a poison that is really just a drug concoction going wrong.
That's what drugs are, so... Okay,
I am literally trying to make a thing that would induce a heart attack.
Is there a door at the back of the
I have combined opium and cocaine with a liberal amount of vodka. And then I have also reduced the serum via overheat.
Okay, I am gonna give you
It's more of a glaze now.
It's a glaze.
What is poison but a sword glaze?
I'm giving you a poisoner's kit. And then you're gonna see what this horrifying
It's just crack. laced with booze. Just crack cocaine laced with booze.
I mean, to be fair, if someone cut you with something laced with booze...
Okay, so I just double checked here, but go ahead and just give me a check for this. It would use wisdom, and since you are proficient, it's wisdom plus your proficiency.
Boop, boop, boop. 22.
Jesus Christ.
So
somehow, go ahead and describe this foul concoction that you make, Eiffel.
Currently, it's kind of like bubbling and red as if I'd melted a bunch of cop syrup tablets. And I don't know why it looks that way. But it's vaguely liquid.
I'm prepped
Almost
to jump
solid.
out the back of the fucking coach if I see something start to explode.
Unfortunately, they had a very lucid moment as apparently a savant of the alchemical arts, and this compound is stable. It is an exceedingly noxious poison that, when ingested, makes you have disadvantage for Constitution saving throws. It's rather unstable, so it will last a day. You can coat a blade in it if you wish, and then stab somebody in order to give them disadvantage on Constitution saving throws.
I hand to Maya. I call this bad trip.
It looks... Well, hopefully that's not indicative of how this trip will be.
Oh no.
Thank you, though. That's very kind of you. Can I, I don't know, make a note of whatever this insane recipe is?
Opium and some alkaloid compounds mixed with a fifth of vodka, and then a little bit of rosemary just kind of bounce it out. And then, all right. Is there any other chicanery we wish to get up to before we reach the noon mark here on our journey? All right. It is starting to approach a little bit later in the afternoon, and you arrive at a bridge. The bridge ahead of you is... Hold on a second. Switch the thing here so it doesn't annoy me by obnoxious. Here we go. Okay, perfect. Ahead of you, the bridge is shrouded in fog. The carriage comes to a stop, and the guards examine the bridge that is shrouded in fog, look at one another, knock on the front of the carriage, and Tariq and Zayad announce, the bridge ahead is rather foggy. I think it would be wise to approach cautiously in case there are perhaps brigands or bandits seeking to strike at us in a position. This bridge is a hotbed of activity normally. How would you lot like to proceed?
I tell the person who said that to me, like, well, aren't you like a little cowardly little bitch boy? What's up with you?
You're gonna roll persuasion or intimidation for this one.
I guess I'm trying to persuade him by, basically just being an insulting person.
Okay.
17 plus 1, 18.
He looks at you, kind of like straightens up his armor a little bit, kind of brandishes his sword, and is like, "No, I'm the strongest man on this road right now."
You fucking act like a charge in there, bitch.
Okay, so he kind of gives the horse a little whip. The horse neighs. The carriage continues forward at full pace. As you march forward, all of a sudden, almost pressing it like, hold on a second, I gotta make sure they're all selected. 5 bandits emerge from the woodwork. Halt! They come to a halt. The bandits come forward, kind of standing in the way of the carriage. They have pikes in front of them. And then a 5th one steps forward to the front of it. Hold on a second, there we go. A 5th steps forward. They're all Kawim, tall, lithe, with ashen gray skin, wearing tight leather cloaks. The ones in the rear have swords and pikes, and the one in the front is brandishing 2 scimitars at the hip. He has his hands on these the scabbard for both of them, ready to draw. He looks at you. He looks at the drivers and says, "Do you have any books in your possession at the present moment.
No.
Do I?
Huh?
Do I? I'm asking you. Do I?
Would you? If your character would have a book, then you would have a book. Like, do you have a bartending?
I'm
name?
gonna just put even odds. So even. Nope. Character currently doesn't have anything that they would think of as a book. So maybe they have like scraps of paper and shit piled in a thing, but they don't think of it as a book.
Okay. Orla, any books?
No, definitely not.
Go ahead and give me you all a, I guess, persuasion check with advantage.
Oh, advantage.
They literally have the
They're
same
they're
thing.
currently talking just to the drivers, right?
Yeah,
We're
but
still.
they're kind of like they come to the side and I guess they ask each of you personally.
Oh, they're around.
Yes.
That changes.
I got a 16.
All right. And Orla, what did you get?
You said persuasion?
Yeah. Or intimidation. It's your call.
15.
They look at you and take a deep breath and they go, doesn't seem to be a learned lot amongst any of them. All right. Be on your way. And the men with the pikes, hold on a second, step to the side. The captain steps to the side further and kind of gives a nod along. And the carriage continues on its way across, clearing the bridge. Now, what did you all think of that encounter there?
We solved your bridge puzzle.
Well, now I want to know why they're looking for books. But as a player, right? As a character, it's like, I guess books are valuable here. Maybe I should write a book.
50 Shades of Cleric. Alright, you're going to continue on your way. You cross the bridge. Any commentary about the subsequent scene before we continue on our way towards Masal?
Some brave heroes really should have killed those things.
Well, I mean, they haven't harmed anyone as far as we know. By the way, was anyone actually carrying a book, just out of curiosity?
I empty my backpack, and there's like a bunch of loose sheets of paper, right? But it's not bound in a book form.
Just kind of curious. I have no interest in books. Like, not in a illiterate way, just in a... I can read.
I'm glad that was established just now that you can read.
Yeah.
I was very curious. I remember words. I even use them sometimes.
Seems you do. How about you? Are you literate?
I have no use for books. But yes.
Okay. I'm glad that's all established. I don't know why I felt the need to establish all that, but now it has been.
Just so we're very clear, we're three barely or entirely illiterate people.
Wait, entirely illiterate or literate?
Or wait, who's literate?
I am.
You're Whoa.
Are you not?
I know some languages, but not as if... Where are we? We're in Dokken, near Dokken.
You're in a carriage, that's all that matters.
I don't speak Carriage.
I turn around and continue to sharpen my blades.
I shrug. Can't blame you for that one, I suppose.
We continue forth into the mists.
I like to imagine our characters also, like your character is just staring at mine and mine's like looking anywhere but at yours, unsure how to proceed.
I mean, I guess if we talk about things my character's doing, probably gonna load up some sensors with incense.
Oh, Jesus.
You gotta hotbox the carriage.
I should have put smoke detectors in here.
Oh, Ian, do you have any water bottles up here?
Oh my god. I do not. I do downstairs. Let me pause the recording really quick.
Okay.
Okay, we are back from a very brief hiatus. Our compatriots continue to cruise northward towards Dakma. Night is falling, and the guards start pulling over to a customary campsite. Eiffel, you would be familiar with this campsite because it is an Alfurian campsite, and they are very common in the northern parts of the territory, but not in the southern parts of the territory. So in the following scene, you're going to be uncharacteristically in tune, unlike other situations, and you arrive at this campsite, where you can go ahead and look over there on the screen if you want to see what it is. The giant clasping hand. It is a very routine Alfurian campsite in the northern end of the province. No one can quite recall when these came into being. It was during conflicts in ancient past, before God took charge of the entirety of the territory, and is likely a kind of respite site. What's interesting about these locations is that they exude powerful divination magic and abjuration magic, and you cannot be harmed while you are camping within them, which is why they are very common, frequent, and very welcome respite when traversing through.
Fuck yeah. Do I know this? I immediately see if anyone wants to play Stabby Fingers.
We can still feel... I'm assuming that, like, I don't know, maybe one of the carriage drivers is giving us this exposition on what this place is.
It would be something that Eiffel here would know. If the rest of you wish to ask the drivers about this strange situation, you may. Because it seems the drivers are accustomed to it, and Eiffel seems to be strangely accustomed to it. But the two of you are befuddled by this very odd campsite, with the large outstretched hand emerging from the dirt. They begin pitching tents and setting up other lodgings for yourselves. The guards are actually sleeping outside. You can sleep inside the carriage. I just couldn't find a carriage token that could fit on this map that wasn't like huge. So I kind of got stuck with this, but I'm going to have it set up for next time.
So I will take you up on that offer.
So I guess I'll go first. Stab, 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 stab. And
So this is the knife game, right? We're
the knife game. Yeah, it's
that-
Stabby Fingers.
Okay.
I think this would probably be like a dexterity check or something.
Sure, my dexterity shit. Let's fuck it up. 16.
You managed just fine, although you managed to just nearly give yourself a paper cut though with the blade, but you managed to do so swiftly enough.
I'm confused by the paper cut. Remembering, I guess I'm not invulnerable, I just can't be damaged. How did I cut myself?
Oh, it's just that no one outside can attack you on the inside. So you
okay.
So
my character now remembers that for after the paper cut. Before he stabs his hand.
It stops malicious intent against other persons and stuff.
Sure, though I will still respect Stabby Fingers and give you the knife to Stabby Fingers me.
I will play Stabby Fingers.
Okay, roll me that dex check to play Stabby Fingers.
I do not blink or move. I am a complete statue as this happens to me.
I would like to start with a warm up round. No, that's dumb. That's theatrical. So I'll start with a warm up round where I do it slow and then I do it for real.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just for flavor's sake. Oh, that's terrible. Just straight ahead dex?
Yeah.
That's 14.
Ooh. You managed to break off one of his fingernails as you accidentally flip and get him on the top.
I win.
Oh, is it your hand? Your hand was out?
Yeah. We did it the
Oh,
opposite.
What
I thought we
mistakes
were-
for you then?
That's why I had to roll to make sure I didn't stab you.
Stab me? Okay.
Wait,
I
doesn't
thought,
that mean you would get the paper cut?
No,
then?
I thought the competition was we do it to our own hand.
Oh, okay.
And
a little twisted here.
I've always seen Stabby Fingers as something you do to someone else.
Yeah, I was
I've seen it
operating
to
under someone
yourself,
else. Yeah.
or like you put your hand over top of someone else's.
Oh shit.
Oh, we want to do it that way?
No, I was doing it like to Orla's head, because I thought it was you do it to yourself. You just see how fast you can go without stabbing yourself.
You started doing it with yourself, and you see the guards and Eiffel kind of look at you like these foreigners in their strange ways.
The way I see it is it's supposed to be a flinch game, right? Where you do it at an increasingly high speed,
so
see if they
I
flinch.
guess it's chicken.
Yeah.
It's a game of chicken,
Okay.
really weird
Okay.
game of
So
chicken.
when Orla finds that out, she smiles with a little bit of an evil glint, happy that it was his. I don't know how we're gonna retcon the fact you did my hand, but whatever.
DM, cosmically tell us what the fuck happened.
Yeah, please do. Please do.
Yeah, we give in to your wisdom. You describe a scene for us.
Okay, so obviously 30 minutes
guess
in, we're already engaged in chicanery.
Yeah.
We're stabbing each other.
So I guess he did it to me, and I took a second for me to figure it out, and then I figured it out, and it was fine.
Yeah, he did it the traditional way that he's accustomed to, where he does it to somebody else. And when he was doing it to you, he accidentally nicked his finger trying to pull the blade away. He did a pretty good job. But you kind of got him a little bit on the end. You just chopped off a bit of his nail, but you didn't get into finger. So you basically gave him an extremely awkward cut on one finger. So it's like all the way down, right to like the, like the pulp of it, where like it's like all stingy, like that, like irritating. But not like fatal.
Okay, I'm gonna be slightly bitchy, and I'm gonna tell him that he shouldn't have twitched his hand, and then throw the knife right next to his foot.
Roll to attack.
For real?
No, it's a grab. You're gonna hit it.
Joe, you hit my foot. Oh god, my foot!
If you roll bad enough, you miss the ground and created a flying knife.
You roll that one, it just like flies up straight in the air and disappears into the night, and you're like, oh my god.
Ken, no, your character!
Wait, this knife is gonna fall down someday.
Alright.
So yeah, I throw a fit, and I blame you for it.
I cry a single tear like, bitch. And then I laugh at it.
Oh, here, quick one thing for the next section. Okay, the microphone is back on. I will explain the card game in a minute.
Why am I shuffling? Should I shuffle?
No, it's not necessary.
Okay, is unshuffled.
Okay, just pick one card apiece really quick, and then I'll explain the game. And
Are the cards randomized?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah, just pick one card.
I am the worst. Oh, well, you already fucked the game up really easily. One rule, you fucked it up.
Should we show what we got?
It's not necessary.
Should we get one for Ken, or is he not here?
No, it doesn't matter. Okay, so here's how this works. Whenever I'm having a campfire and everyone's relaxing for the day, I have them pull a card out. If you get hearts, you have to tell a love story relating to a character. If it's diamonds, a story relating to victory. If it's clubs, it's a tragic tale. And if it's spades, it's something relating to your desires. So you kind of just tell like a little campfire story. You can mull that for a moment, and Eiffel, if you wish, you can explain the campsite to everybody. Really quick, if you wish, as you prepare whatever horrifying...
These are ancient things left by the Supreme Being. Supreme Being? Left by the Supreme Being. For reasons completely unknown to me personally, but maybe someone else knows. And they are immune to outside harm. But if they walk in here, yeah, they could stab the fuck out of us.
Wait, so then why... It was my understanding that you played the finger game because you believed yourself invulnerable, right?
Listen, if you have your own story about hands of protection and outside warding, you tell it now.
Gladly. Back when I was working in the military, I initially had joined as a medic, but quickly found that my talents weren't suited for healing people. So instead, I was swapped to a scouting party and joined them sort of as a medic, but mostly as a fighter and combatant. And over the course of that, I disarmed someone for the first time. Quite literally, to be honest. Disarmed them. No outside protection or anything like that. And that was really my first true victory in a sword fight. And, I gutted the man and took what was on his all the valuables that were on him, but he was an enemy combatant, so it's okay.
Listen, that's a fascinating story, but you really need to wear protection when murdering people.
I was wearing armor.
Well, you said no outside protection.
Oh, no, I was referring to the hand thing that we're in.
Okay. So there was no gauntlet on your hand.
Well, no, I was wearing a gauntlet. He wasn't, which is why he was so easy to disarm. Yeah. Wear protection. Like you said, just you are very wise in the ways of the importance of protection.
It's a compliment. I don't respect compliments. But I smile and act like blushed at the compliment.
So you act all cool and everything.
Yeah.
Interesting. Orla, is there anything you wish to chime in, or are you just going to continue to menacingly sharpen your weapons?
I I had a dog once.
All right.
We got a female dog for it. And they made several tens of hounds for my servants.
All right.
There's your love story.
They should have brought a poet.
Wow, thank you for your astute
You're very welcome.
Thank you, Orla.
I too had a dog, but its anus prolapsed. If you've never seen it, it is quite disturbing, and I will spare you any and all details. But just note that the dog sadly passed away soon thereafter. I will miss you. Rexatron.
Are you sure it wasn't
I'm
Rectatron?
joking, Rexatron. He would have loved that joke.
Fucking God.
And I start crying.
You actually start weeping.
I
too.
literally start crying.
We love that dog. Alright. The guards start settling in into the night. The carriage is open. There are also small pop-up tents on the side of the carriage if you wish to, sleep outside. Just saying.
I sleep outside.
I will sleep outside. I will sit up and I will tell. What's your character name again?
Maya.
Maya. I'll simply tell Maya to go to bed. I'll take first watch.
Sounds perfect. I'm going to sleep in the carriage. Because both of you are sleeping outside.
Yep.
Into the carriage. Close the door.
You're gonna doff your armor, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you have to. Benefit from a long rest, unfortunately.
You're outside, right?
Yes.
Do you have a shovel?
No.
It occurs to me that this area is immune to divination. So if someone had like a lot of valuable shit, they could have buried it here.
It's immune to divination?
It's immune.
Is that what you said? Oh.
So they could have buried it here. And no one would be able to find it.
Well, start digging.
I look for a shovel. I don't have a shovel.
Give me a D100.
Sure.
On a roll of 80 or below, there is a
Where's
shovel.
my
next to the
tube?
carriage. It's actually a pretty reasonable idea, so I will go along with this chicanery.
It's an 83.
Alright, so there is no shovel, oddly enough.
Hmm.
You see where there used to be a space for a shovel, but it is missing, and there's a small note that says, I owe you.
I take it in case I need it later.
Got a note?
Yeah, I add it to my inventory.
Oh, so you have hands and a bucket?
I do have a bucket. Oh, my fingernail!
Oh, God, nice.
Ah!
Who
I
could
mean,
do
try to
such a
claw.
I
thing?
kicked dirt onto his hand.
Oh my gosh.
Oops, boot slipped.
Hold on, I need a drink. Guidance. I cast guidance and I start digging.
Alright, you keep digging. Give me a percentile really quick. I'm going to say 90 or above, you're going to find something.
23. I hit a rock.
You hit
I got a rock.
one of the grooves in the palm and realize that the hand extends under the ground.
Oh my god. I thought.
Yeah, we wouldn't
I
be
thought,
able to
why
see it from
wouldn't-
this angle either. It would just
Yeah.
look like a whole bunch of rocks sticking out of the
I
ground.
point
Yeah,
at
yeah,
the
like-
finger and I'm like, I thought that was like like separate rocks. Why make the rocks go underground? Why, Supreme Being, in your perfect knowledge and wisdom, would you do this to me?
I guess you would, yeah.
I'm just sitting here laughing to myself at his misfortune.
Beautiful
And
shot,
watching
Fred.
the woods around us.
Give me a perception check, Orla.
Damn. 9.
Wow. You look into the woods. They are dark. They are dank. They are dreary. You see nothing within those lofty confines,
Let's try you next time.
hidden under those bows that could perhaps be a threat to you and your compatriots. A few hours pass. Are you getting weary, Orla? Do you wish to pass the buck to your other compatriots?
Yeah, I'll stand watch for 2 hours and then I'll go get Maya.
Okay. Maya, how are you?
And the way that I do it is I bang really rudely on the outside of the carriage and just yell, Maya, your watch.
I thought that it was going to be Eiffel's turn.
I mean, when you went to bed, that
Also,
I
by the way, is there
told you that you would have second watch.
do you see
Like I commanded it in a way.
do you see Orloth, right?
Yeah.
Next to Orloth, I appear mud covered up to my elbows, crying.
I guess I'll like come
Mud
to
and
the,
blood. Mud and definitely some blood.
I come to the back of the carriage and kind of open the door, and I'm just like in, I guess, like night clothes. What? Okay. What happened? Were you burying a body?
I'm already walking back.
There's
into the tent.
money in the earth. I just fucking know it. Okay?
You should rest. You seem like you need your rest. Do you need your rest?
Yes.
Yeah, go sleep.
And I literally just curl up around where you tell me to go sleep. Like right there. I have like baggy clothes.
So you're sleeping.
I'm like sleeping in a bag of my own clothes that I wear.
Alright. Maya's gonna like close the door, don her armor, and
5
then
minutes
like
later.
yes. Wait, how many minutes?
Takes 5. No, I think it's like 10
Jeez.
to don.
Yeah, it's 10 minutes.
Yeah, it takes a very long time to put on.
And I would have taken my armor off. I'm still holding onto my sword, but
But once I've donned my armor, I'll like just step out and like step over Eiffel. Are you asleep at that point?
Do a perception check.
What do we want to do here, Eiffel? What percentage here?
Well,
I
don't
have
think it'll
tried to train my body to drink booze while I sleep.
6.
6. You step over Eiffel's body and see them kind of scrambling in the dirt with their hand, kind of wheeling around until they grab onto a brandy bottle, which they begrudgingly drag through the dirt to their mouth, and you hear glug glug. But you look at them, and their eyes are obviously engaging in like REM, and they're in deep sleep, but somehow they're still drinking while unconscious. It's shocking.
so is it fair to say that there's just the slightest smell of spoiled pants around you constantly?
I stink. I'm
Okay.
fucking like, I smell like swamp ass.
Literally had to kick a guy out of the bar this weekend permanently because
Wow.
because
Yeah,
that.
persistent swamp ass, I assume.
Well, that and not paying for drinks.
Oh, well,
But he's like the barfly, right? He's the barfly alcoholic, and he's just gotten so bad that it's like, nah, dude, you can't come in here smelling like that. Go sober up for 2 weeks and take a bath.
Jesus. Alright, so, Maya, you step over this extremely high-functioning lush. You're impressed and think only through the power of God can someone be this high-functioning. And you step into the woods. One of the guards is awake, kind of slowly roasting what you presume to be a squirrel over an open fire. You see him reading a small book. The other guard is dead asleep. The rest of your compatriots are also asleep. Where are you going to plop yourself down in order to watch the woods?
I'm gonna plop myself down. I think like on the back palm of the hand, so I'm kind of like lay back in it a little bit and just like watch.
Okay, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Is that the one that I already made, or was that to see him drinking?
Comes to see him
Okay.
being fucking lush.
Oh, thank goodness, significantly better.
What do we got?
That's a 17.
You look into the depths of the woods, and in the distance see a faint light coming closer and closer and closer. It is a small light, but of sufficient concern that you rise and prepare yourself.
I'm gonna kind of like grunt to the other guard and like point with my rapier towards the light.
You see the guy kind of like take a bite of the squirrel, stand up a little, look into the woods, and suddenly stepping through the clearing. I don't have a token for this. I'm just going to drag the guard over here. Stepping through the clearing, you see a man in lavender robes with motifs of worms running down his sleeves enter. He pulls down his hood, and you see that the light is a walking stick with a lantern attached to the end of it. The man kind of shakes himself off. He's covered in burrs. He's rather irritated. Brushes himself away. Looks out, kind of peeps, and says, "Greetings and salutations. Is your campfire receptive to visitors?"
Insight check.
Go ahead.
That is what's my insight? 14.
You look at the man's gait and the weariness in his eyes. He's been traveling for some time. strapped to the side of his hip is a large kind of book satchel that is ornamented with similar motifs of worms and snakes and creepy crawlies. And attached on the outside seems to be some kind of arcane lock of some kind. You can tell that it looks like to be a spellbook of some kind. The man seems to be a wizard who was popping by for the evening for a rest.
Yes, you can join us at the campfire. It's a lot of books. We just met some men on the road who were looking for books a while back.
Ah, also must have been rogue students from the university. They like to stop carriages on occasion and try to rob people of their wares, perhaps get a little bit of,
It's so silly.
I like it.
These spell books are hard to come by. You usually have to get them at university or have to be sanctioned in some way. Knowledge of this caliber, as he slaps the side of the book, is difficult to come by. And if you get it, you want more of it.
Just picturing like, hey dude, Rush Week's next week. You gotta get some books.
Well, imagine it this way: like
We're gonna have a 3-day study hall, bro.
Yeah, fucking crush it. We're doing necromancy. Just imagine that, a lot of arcane magic is people actually discovered it, and unless you're trained in it, it's not something you're really gonna pick up. So the more advanced stuff is straight up actually pretty locked down.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're like, oh, we'll rob some carriages and maybe we'll catch a guy who's just a messenger who's transporting the book, and then bam, we have spells, dude. And then we can just learn them and whatnot. That's the angle they're going for. They probably got kicked out of school because they were engaging in illegal stuff, like trying to use enchantment magic to get their professor to sleep with them, and then just obnoxious nonsense like that. The man sits down. He kind of gives a little tip. Kind of sets aside his things and whatnot. You see him kind of do a little sigil and whatnot, and you see a faint glow kind of descend off of his fingertips over the books and materials. And he kind of crunches up to the fire, pulls out a large jar, which seems to be full of a white fluid, cracks open the top, grabs a spoon and starts eating it. It seems to be a kind of whipped cheese that he is consuming out of the jar. And he's like, oh, sorry, do you want any? As he jams the spoon in and kind of just...
No, that's
Alright.
fine.
My name is
Thank you for
Jahan, by the way. I'm a researcher over in Ishtalkan, one of the cities over there in the eastern recesses of Korean territory. You may have heard of it. It's the military academy.
It doesn't ring a bell, to be honest. I've spent most of my time with the Volduke, so the Koim, I just don't know as much about their institutions.
We don't see many of your kind out here this far north. Usually you're down in the south. You're a Noe, aren't you? I can kind of tell by your brood. Take it you're not one for the cold.
If anything, I'm best suited for the cold. Say what you will about the deserts. I'm able to keep myself warm.
He extends out a kind of hand in a strange kind of
I'll go for a handshake, I guess.
Yeah. He puts his hand around yours and kind of feels around your wrists. He goes, you do burn rather hot. Interesting. So you can take out a little notebook, kind of start writing some stuff down, look at you again, lick the pen, go back to writing some stuff down, and pockets the book again. And he's like, what brings you out here on this I suppose it's actually a rather nice evening, isn't it?
I have no complaints. The sky is clear. Things are cool, but not too cold. My companions are sleeping, if companions is even the right word at this point.
It is likely not.
I'm actually coming out here for a funeral, though. My father, you see, passed away, and we were never that close, but I figured I would do the old man the honor and attend.
May the worms have him. My apologies and my condolences.
Such is life. It happens.
Now I see that you're here and you're wearing chainmail, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Are you of a military type? Have any interest in learning?
I'm sorry. Oops. That's my phone.
You good?
That's fine. Do you have any interest in perhaps furthering your studies?
Always.
Feel free to come
Thank you.
visit. My name is, if you didn't catch it the first time, Professor Jahan. Feel free to stop by the military academy. Perhaps I can lend you a book or two about something.
Huh.
What?
Oh, no, just Tower of God named Jihad. Huh.
Jahad, Jahad.
N, not a D. Jahan.
Jahad.
Jahan. That's not... Okay. Tower of God is Jihad.
So, the night continues on. The man polishes off his strange whipped cheese product, prestidigitates the jar and spoon clean, pockets it away, and kind of just props himself up against one of the fingers, drapes his hood over his face, and goes to sleep. The next few hours pass by rather uneventfully. It is now, unfortunately, the time for Eiffel to take watch, which is your burden to make happen.
I'll kind of just... I was going to say poke you with my foot, but I kind of don't want to touch you because you're kind of gross. So I'm going to get a stick and poke you with it. Eiffel, it's your watch.
I swing around for more booze that does not exist near me.
You like paw around, then you roll over, just stare at the sky and go, why? Yeah.
Supreme Being, you have tested me yet again.
You're slowly through adversity and making no strength.
I get up very slowly. There's more noise to me getting up than makes you feel comfortable.
Hey, one quick thing. Let me actually just pause it. Alright, after a very sobering discussion, pun intended, we are back here. We have determined that our friend here needs to consume in order to hear the almighty rigor of God. He is now being roused. He makes an excessive amount of noise as he gets up from his stupor and stumbles forward to the fire. The other two guards are asleep, as is Jahan, and you stare out into the woods. Roll me a perception check.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
What'd you get?
An 8.
An 8.
An 8.
As you stare into the woods, you look through it, and the faint glint of the asteroids that kind of surround the planet and the faint glint of distant shattered moons, you see an image. A sharp and clear image. It's a flagon of ale. You see it shimmering ahead of you in the mists. It is tempting. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
I fail.
Yeah, I think yeah.
I haven't attempted it, but I failed. Would you like me to attempt it?
You are a cleric. You could try. If you could always choose to fail.
I definitely think my character is going to go check it out, which I assume is failing.
Yeah.
So I fail.
You stumble forward into the woods. You move perhaps good 10, maybe 15 yards into the woods, and you come across a faint pond. And oddly enough, there is in fact a flagon there, sitting on top of a single rock in the middle of the pond.
I remove my IOU card from my pocket, set it next to the flagon, and take the flagon.
Is there any before this continues? Just I wanted to ask: is there any chance at all that we would have heard his drunk ass stumbling off into
Give
the
me
woods?
a stealth check, buddy.
Me?
Yeah, let's see how loud you are.
10. Right?
Yep. Everyone else give me a perception check.
Yeah, 10.
All right.
I should honestly probably have disadvantage since I'm inside the carriage.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
I mean,
true.
I've been asleep for 4 hours, so
Alright. Roll
But-
with disadvantage. Actually, advantage, honestly.
Oh,
advantage.
and 11.
An 11? Hoi! Oh, that's like
All of my dice are terrible. That's a 6 plus 2, 8.
You're actually deep in a slumber, and despite our friends' lingering chicanery, they managed to stumble into the woods into what is obviously a trap. With deft poise and grace as they swap the flagon for the IOU card.
I realized just seconds from picking it up. Identify. And I attempt to identify the flagon.
You identify the flagon, and it comes back to you as a divinely mandated flagon for only the finest and most pure of Alfurian.
Oh, bam. I slug it. I fucking slug it.
As you pick it up and put down the IOU, after you identify it, you see the IOU just like disappear into a puff of smoke, and the smoke is like a thumbs up sign, like, you got it, chief. And then like it disappears, and you're like, did I just make a deal with my god again? Like,
In the top left of your screen, in your vision, goes, Deity will remember this.
I kind of look at the flagon.
It's just the clouds just form into good guy Greg for a second, and then
I kind of look at the flag and I'm like, I could have gotten way more booze than this for that thing. Jesus. I'm sorry. Candransack.
It is a beautiful flagon. It has a pearl inlay on the handle, a nice silver top, firm sides, and the glass has been divinely enchanted to be supernaturally strong. So you can kick and lug this motherfucker around, and it will not break.
Is this like? Could I treat this like a dagger? Could I hit people with it?
1d4 bludgeoning.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty sturdy. You can hit somebody with it.
Okay,
so if you get into a bar fight, you're like, hey, hold on a second.
I pick it up, evaluate it. Well, I no longer need this shit, and I throw my dagger on the ground, and I leave.
Alright.
This is gonna be beautiful.
Now, does it count as a finesse weapon?
Oh god, it's silver too, so like some werewolf's giving him grief, and he's like, oh yeah, buddy? Oh shit, yeah, well, congratulations on your silver weapon. Slug some dude. Oh god. Alright, now I need you to give me a perception check in order to find your way back to camp.
18.
You pause for a moment, take a deep breath, go, you got this, champ. You fucking got this. You turn around 180, look directly at the camp and go, nailed it. And then walk forward into camp, where you stumble over some leaves and some other nonsense before eventually settling into a roost. Where do you roost?
Can I make another perception check to see what looks most sittable?
Yes. Oh god.
That is a natural one.
You go into the tent where Orla is and just lay down right
I
next
basically fall on top of you.
you
drunk.
Okay.
Just flops right on top of you.
Alright, so I'm gonna wake up raging and make an instinctive sword slash.
That's perfectly fine. My AC is 15 in this instance.
Alright.
Oh god, what do we have here?
Natural 20.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
No way!
Natural 20. And I'm raging. This is fantastic. This is the best.
Well, okay, so make your new character, Dylan.
I mean, maybe. But that savage. Do you have savage? You're not an orc. So.
I don't have Savage Attacker now.
Okay.
Alright, it's max base and then you reroll. So
right.
What's your base weapon again?
Great sword. So
2d6.
2d6. So that's 12 plus another 2d6.
Yeah, so go ahead and roll the 2d6.
Plus rage stuff.
Oh god, which is like +2.
So
right?
8.
Oh, rage damage for me is tied to your proficiency bonus, so it scales evenly. Because it's actually faintly below your proficiency bonus. And so just so that you never have to like look it up again, you can just
You get a +2, so you gain a proficiency bonus.
Yeah, just add your proficiency bonus
Okay,
to the damage.
okay, I understand. So that's 22 damage.
Jeez.
Oh my god!
How you look?
That's not even 22. You didn't add strength.
Oh fuck, it's more than that. You're absolutely right. It's 29.
That actually knocks me unconscious. I go full unconscious.
No, you have 30 HP, so you have...
I did my HP calculation. I don't know why it said I had 30, but why would I... How does HP work in the system? It's still the...
It's pretty... I always do max per level, so you're a cleric, so it'd be 30 plus your... Oh, it'd be 30 plus your con, which is... So you'd have 36. So
No, my con is 2, so that's already exactly correct.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
So it is 30. So I am almost unconscious. That's what...
Okay.
So you have
Alright,
one
so you
HP.
have 1 hit point left.
Okay, describe how you brutally destroy this man.
So he falls on top of me, and I'm sleeping on my side with my sword like this. The minute I feel weight on top of me, my elbow comes up in the gut, my sword flips around, and just a slash down his side.
What armor are you wearing?
I have a breastplate, which clearly shifted to the other side of my body
Yeah, it did.
when the slash came down.
And then they just get you right across the chest. You're bleeding profusely.
That was pretty cool! I'm not gonna lie,
And I'll say try anything like that again, and that's going to be your balls in your throat.
I begin to crawl out of the tent as I cry in the mud.
And then there's a boot in your ass right as you get to the edge of the tent to kick you all the way out.
Do I take additional damage or no?
Oh no, I think it'll just be. You have 1 HP, buddy, so figure out how you're gonna fix that. I can't like, oh geez, how am I gonna challenge them today in combat? Immediately destroy.
I attempt to take a short rest.
Yeah, you can do that.
I don't know.
You can do your long rest and you just regain.
I mean,
your...
right? Oh, go ahead.
So, the way I want to do it here is normally, magic or something. You're a cleric, so. Just kind of describe to me how you tend to your own wounds as you're like critically wounded.
Well, I have a sewing kit.
Maya and the guards also wake up because they hear probably some guttural drunk like.
I mean, they would have heard me like bellowing in rage.
I begin to physically sew the cut closed right, and I guess I have some vodka. Pour that down there, then like get some heat to like put a nice sear to close it in. This is like the 4th such injury I have.
And horrifically scarred, and we're an hour and 15 minutes into the first session.
It might fade.
I mean, there's only one assumption that my character would make in that situation.
Oh no, yeah. When Maya comes out and sees what happens, she's like, what did you do? What's your character's name?
Orla,
what did you do?
a drunk asshole is in my tent on top of me. What do you think I did?
Maya will immediately sheath her sword, flip off Eiffel, and then go back to the carriage.
This is what God commands. And I just kind of clenched myself. And I do not finish the rest of my watch, and I just kind of pass out there.
Jesus Christ.
Thank God for D&D.
You know,
we
actually,
get to you get to heal from mortal wounding
I know, this is ridiculous.
in 2 more hours.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna retcon. I don't think she flipped off Eiffel. I think she just nodded and was like, fair enough, and then went back into the carriage.
I mean, for all I know, we've all been traveling pretty measly for the last however long it takes to get 3 levels.
The way I was actually going to do it technically was I was going to have it where you arrived at the place and that's where you got your levels, but I think we'll just do with you got your levels here. And then maybe...
Otherwise, I literally die from
damage. You would die from that. Yeah, you would be straight up
dead.
I
mean...
Level 1 character crit with base information from rage. Yep, bam. Dead.
Yep.
That is amazing.
I found what die I'm using tonight, though.
Oh, by the way, as a gesture of good faith, pun intended, as you're looking over at your holy flagon, you look at it and it is empty, and you just sigh a deep sigh, and then it fills up with ale again, and then you see a note appear on it that says, "You owe me."
And the clouds.
I just
clouds
kind of
morph into
I just look at it. I'm
scumbags.
like, oh no. Why did you take the shuffle, God? I needed the shuffle.
The froth in the ale goes.
For the mic, it just kind of shrugged with its hands upturned.
The clouds turn into scumbag Steve with good guy Greg's face.
The Lord opens the flagon and he takes away your shovel.
The next day.
Oh God! So you wake up the next morning. The guards are befuddled as to how the fuck you are alive.
I am alive because I have so much pain left to bring into this world.
Wow. All right.
You're like going through some stuff, aren't you?
I am going on a religious quest. Have I not explained my true purpose and motives to you all?
Well, no, but the motives of last night probably bear some explaining.
I was looking for money.
So you're trying to rob her?
No, I was very drunk.
It's not the first time a drunk asshole has tried to climb into my tent without knowing what he was doing.
And you seem quite proficient at dealing with that.
I feel like some misunderstandings happened. I just thought you looked very comfortable to lay on.
You were incorrect.
That was a horrible decision.
Oh God, the nat 1 and then a nat Toya is beautiful. Oh, there's one time in my other game They went to bed together, and the barbarian critted while having like a panic dream on like the
Oh,
person who was
God.
sleeping in front of him, and nearly like beat the shit out of him in one hit.
Just Superman kicks in his sleep. Lois, no!
You get the impression that weird comment about more pain to bring is endeared you a little bit to Orla.
Oh, okay. I like that. Maya, what do you take of these strange environs?
Just like kind of confused and a little bit horrified. What is wrong with you?
Orla grabs your guidance flask and takes and sees if there are any more beer or liquid in it.
I cast guides. There is somehow liquid in it.
So she drinks about 2 shots worth.
There's no liquid left in it.
Well, we'd best be off then.
The
Can I have my
guards
flask
pack.
Yes,
back?
I give it back to you.
The guards pack everything away. Just 1 second. Okay, after a nearly horrifyingly brutal murder, we are back to the game.
Murder?
Self-defense.
Thank
You move for several hours across the landscape, and it starts to turn from the kind of temperate, modest forest wherein you were previously traipsing about, and turns into a marshy bog, until eventually you arrive at a section where it seems the bridge has become destroyed. Can you all see it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright. And before you, the bridge seems to have kind of been worn away and is replaced with planks. There's going to be some difficulty getting the carriage across. You see the guards kind of go underneath the carriage and pull out a rather long and elaborate metal rod, probably about 4 feet long. They lay the rod down and they tap it, and then the rod extends across the bay and props itself into the soil and then gets firm. You may have seen these in the past. They're used to traverse caverns and stuff like this. It's like a little stabilizing platform. It's like a modification of transfer tensors, floating disk, something similar to that, but repurposed so that carriages can use it to cross various obstacles. Does anyone want to make a perception check as it glides across the water before reaching the other side?
17.
3.
Orla, nothing?
Nope.
You don't even care?
Nope. I am sitting inside the cabin where I should be,
Alright, perfect.
waiting on the help to do their job.
Alright, as it glides across, all of a sudden appear 2 snakes, enormous constrictors. Leviathan snakes emerge from the soils and begin to writhe and hiss at you. Everyone else just rolls advantage, except horrifyingly Eiffel, who, because they perceived the snakes, gets to roll their initiative with advantage. I'm going to turn on the combat tracker really quick. Going to put everyone into the combat state. Right then, and I'm going to go with the combat for Boa Constrictor 1 and Boa Constrictor 2. Wait, 10.14? Oh, it does fraction. That's fascinating.
I guess, do you want to roll initiative for me, or do I just roll here? I don't know if the combat tracker.
You can roll it if you want. Here, I can roll it. Go ahead. What'd you get?
That's a 9 total.
You can do it again.
Why is it adding fractions?
That's a natural 1.
Wow. Okay, I guess you get a 9, buddy. Hold on a second. I don't know why it's doing that. That is very weird. I'm gonna have to go look into that. All right. So Orla goes first.
Oh wait, here I need to roll still.
Maya, what did you get? You can roll it actually in the combat window. Are you in the combat window?
No.
Here, let me show you.
Oh, here we go. Oh, that's very cool.
I don't know why, like, that one always seems to baffle people the most, is the combat window.
Huh.
Okay, let's do this. God, these fucking guards, just chumps. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing weird little stuff like that. It's very strange. I'll look into that later. Alright, let me begin combat. Orla, it is your turn.
Okay, so I hear commotion outside, and I'm going to take my time and open the back of the cabin.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
We'll say that the back of the cabin is the bottom right corner of the map.
That's the back. Okay.
Yeah, and
so
you can
then
run over
I
the
would
top.
I would be there.
Okay.
I'm gonna kick it open.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use my arms and swing myself onto the cabin.
All right.
How much more movement after doing that do I have?
I'll say that just takes like 5.
Okay. I will.
Oh, let's make sure that it changes it so it shows your character's
Let's see.
names.
And how are we treating diagonals?
Oh, just standard movement, 5 to 5.
5 feet.
Yeah,
Okay.
none of that fancy,
Alright,
none
so
of that
5,
whirlwind
10,
nonsense where you
15,
suddenly go faster.
All right. I'll survey what's going on, sigh, and go dashing off into the face of this first snake.
All right.
Say something about I was trying to sleep and then rage and slashy slash.
Who dares interrupt my eternal slumber?
Can I? How can I do this? There should be a. Okay, I guess not. I guess I have to go to my sheet to do this.
What are you trying to do?
I was just trying to.
Oh, you
click
get
something to
advantage
roll
on
to
your,
attack.
on your first attack.
Do I?
Yeah, you actually critted on your. You got a nat 20 on your initiative. What the hell? Everyone's
Did
like,
I really? Oh.
No, Cole did that. My mistake.
What did I do?
Cole, you have advantage on your first attack
20 plus.
Oh.
2. Yeah.
Cool. I don't know why.
because you
You got a
critted
nat
on
20 on your
initiative.
initiative.
Oh, I did. Oh, cool. Good for me.
You got a nat 1.
Okay, cool. So, where are you? Greatsword.
You're a rogue, and I only see a 1 being added to that natural 20. What the fuck is up here, Cole?
That would be 9 damage.
Hey, I have an 18 strength.
Okay.
Let's see, that's rage.
Okay.
Oh yeah, there is strength.
Strength rogue. I'm wearing heavy armor, man.
Man. Man.
Do you wanna know what my
Is
current
it too late to
sneak skill
decide
is?
it's a reckless attack?
What?
I guess it's already rolled damage.
I get
Okay.
plus 0 to
That's
stealth.
So that's
And I have
9
disadvantage because I'm wearing
plus-
chainmail.
7.
Oh my god.
It adds 7.
My strength is. Wait, I'm sorry, I'm reading the saving throw, not the modifier. My bad. 9 plus 5, so 14.
Okay,
Did
so
you
it's
have
14
raid
in
damage?
total.
So 16.
16 damage in total.
Yeah.
Okay. You cleave deep into the creature as it hisses at you, vile viscera, bile and other things emerging from the cuts as they spray you. Is there anything else you would like to do, Orla?
So I used my bonus action to rage. I did my movement. I attacked. That's, I believe, what I've got.
Alright, Maya, it is your turn, and remember, you roll with advantage.
All right. Does the swamp count as difficult terrain?
If you climb on those specific little planks right there, no, but the other stuff, yes.
Okay. I am going to use my Ancestral Fury.
Okay.
So I'm gonna roll a hit die and reduce my max HP by that much, and I'm gonna deal that much extra damage.
Alright.
2. All right. I don't know how I'm gonna express this, but I will. Okay, so I'm gonna deal an extra 2 damage whenever I hit. I will run forward and stab at the snake. Oh.
I stabbed the snake. Which snake are you going to stab at?
This one, so that way I can actually reach it.
Okay.
All right. I have advantage. Yeah, I'm just gonna stabby stab. Where's my sword?
It should automatically roll advantage, but if it doesn't, just click the plus sign after you attack, and it'll do it again. And because you have advantage, you actually can technically sneak attack.
Ooh, yay.
You actually inadvertently gave yourself. Yeah, you have advantage, so yeah, you get a sneak attack. Alright, so you did a 22.
I still need to roll advantage. Crit fish? Well, I crit fished, but I hit. Does 22 hit?
Yeah.
Perfect.
It's just a giant snake, 'cause it's not made out of like adamantine.
Okay. So I'm gonna do.
I forgot to look for Battlemaster.
Plus, I think I have a 1d6 for my sneak attack.
Is it 2d6?
Oh, is it?
I think it is.
Oh, cool.
Let me double check really quick while you type up your damage.
What weapon are you using?
A rapier.
Yeah, I mean, rapier is a D8, and sneak attack is a minimum of 2d6, but for you, wouldn't it be 3 by now?
It's 2d6 at third. Yeah, okay, yeah, it's
Okay.
2d6. So yeah, we're right, 2d6.
Alright, so 1d8 plus
So it's up to
2d6.
3 at 4 then?
Plus my strength mod, plus 2 from my poultice thing.
Just give me the total when you tab it all up.
Okay.
Mercy. Rogues, am I right?
That is not.
21 damage.
Wow, I gotta do that. Can I use my piercer to re-roll one of the d6s?
Yeah, I'll allow that. He just muttered
Dun
something
dun
else.
dun 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 dun.
Why am I terrible at this?
Dun, 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 dun.
There we go.
Alright,
5.
so what's the
So,
total now?
so it's gonna be 3 extra, so 24.
Oh, 24 damage. That is actually pretty easy for me. The snake is bloodied. It is reeling. You can see its muscles starting to loosen. The creature has taken a significant amount of damage. Is there anything else you would like to do, Maya?
I am going to use my Whales from the Grave to deal half my sneak attack damage to the other snake.
Oh, wow, shit. Okay. So we're going to have 12 damage over the other snake?
I have to re-roll the dice, so it's only 2.
Oh, okay. So only 2 damage goes to the snake.
Is that 2 woods?
Actually, I still get my Ancestral Fury because it is attack damage.
Okay.
So it's going to be
that'll
4 total.
Okay, perfect.
Cool.
The other snake, you see it suddenly take a strange spectral hand, emerges and slices at the snake, dealing damage to it. It is now the snake's turn. Let's see. Which snake is it? Oh, it's the snake over here. Okay. Let me see what we got here. Movement speed of 30. Snake is just going to straight up walk over here. Or slither over there. And then it is going to attack you, Maya. Great job, snake. Does an 8 hit?
It does not.
All right then. Well, the snake does nothing. So the snake, that's all she wrote. Alright, it is now the guard's turn.
What about the other snake?
The other snake goes last, actually. So that guy's dead. Yeah. The other guard is gonna hop up over here, kind of skulk along over here, and use his. I think he has a pike. Yeah, he has a little spear. He's going to stab at the. That doesn't work. You see the guard try to stab the snake, but I guess his helmet is a handy down as it slides over his head, covering his eyes. He attempts to jam at the snake, and he misses with the spear. And it is now your turn, Eiffel.
I step forward, load up some of the better incense in my burner, and just like some other stuff, right? I don't know what a weed allegory is in here, but there's some nuggets. Set it on fire, and I start spinning it, and I go, Kondrasik, I invoke your vendetta. Show, by contrast, the truth of this snake, and summon forth like a really big mongoose or something.
Alright.
I'm going to use my feature God's Guiding Grace to try and do Divine Intervention at level.
Wow, okay, go ahead and roll.
That's bad. No.
What did you get?
29.
Oh yeah, it doesn't work.
Yep. That's never worked before, by the way, guys. Keeping track. And that's my turn.
Okay.
Wait. Does anybody need to be healed? I assume no.
Nope.
Yeah,
That's my turn.
Everyone's pretty kosher right now.
I guess it's another guard's turn.
Oh yeah, my mistake. Sorry, let's double check something. The other guard is gonna step forward. And I just move through this guy's space. That's another thing that he can do. Gonna attack with a spear. Oh, thank God, he actually hit him. He strikes at the snake, dealing a deft blow into its underside as it hisses and spits venom at him. Well, vile. At least until it's its turn. It is now the other snake's turn. Snaky McSnake. The snake is very damaged. The snake is angry. The snake is note to self. Higher CR enemy. Snake tries to attack you, definitely misses.
Me?
Yeah,
Okay.
it leers at you again, Maya. And I guess the severe beating it has been dealt. Blood is pouring over its eyes, obscuring its vision, and the snake misses. We are back to top of round. Orla, it is your go, my dear.
First, I need to use my reaction to make one attack against a creature within range that has attacked me since my last turn.
Alright, go.
So I'm gonna attack that snake, I guess.
Alright, go ahead.
I just guess I need to make an actual regular attack first. Well, that's not great.
Wow. You attempt to strike, but I guess the spewing blood and viscera from the snake has briefly obscured your vision. And before you have the opportunity to wipe it away, you are forced to make an attack against this creature, and you miss. Alright, Orla, it is your go.
Alright. I haven't still not been hit yet. That's amazing. Okay then.
Oh no. I haven't hit. What about my poor snake's home?
They made the bad decision to make my travel interesting.
Crikey! Now we see right here 2 Leviathan snakes. Really impressive creatures. Now I'm gonna shove my fist up its ass.
God damn it.
Alright.
What are you doing here?
So I'm gonna use my bonus action to. I'm gonna say this is a little bit too easy, and I'm just gonna punch myself in the jaw and deal 1d8 damage to myself
Alright.
in order to 2 damage.
Okay.
Let's see. Does that?
And that is halved.
No, it said it says in the feature that it's non-resistible.
Oh wait, which one are you using?
I'm using my barbarian feature.
Oh yeah, go ahead. My mistake. I
It's
thought you
not
were,
passive. It's
thought you were trying to maintain rage or something. Go ahead.
no, I'm using. Okay, so 1d8 damage to yourself. Deal an extra d8 damage. So I lose 2 hit points. And let's see, should be able to do this way. I don't know. Fuck it. So I'm at 37, and then I'm gonna attack the snake again.
Snake. Beat up this fucking snake.
Snakes. There are lots of things with snakes.
Yeah, you hit him.
Okay, cool.
This
So
kill
then-
brought to you by Rage Shadow Legends.
No, we have to roll for that.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot that it says that.
All right, so first of all,
Does it actually say that? Where?
Yeah, like
D8.
look under the sword. There's like a little italics.
D8.
It says this kill brought to you by Rage Shadow Legends.
so that's 18 base damage plus 5 strength is 23 plus 2 more rage, so 25.
The snake is dead. How do you want to do
25
this?
damage.
Yeah, how do you want to
Alright.
do this?
So rather than actually punching myself in the jaw, I want to grab the snake by the. I mean, I know it's big, but I'm strong. I'm gonna grab the snake as much as I can with one hand and headbutt it, so that there's like blood trickling down my head, and then throw it back and chop its head off with the greatsword.
I love that. You headbutt the snake, driving it into a concussion. Venom starts to spew out of its fangs, and it sprays the air, but everyone deftly dodges it. And you cleave the creature's head right off of its body. I need everyone to make a dex save really quick, just in case the head falls on you.
Do I have advantage on this in any way?
20.
Since I cut its head off.
Well, you're also a barbarian, and you can see it, so yes. What
Ooh, not 20.
Nice.
That was a 9 and a 3, so 9 plus dex is. Dex save. Same thing. Okay, so that's a 12.
Did anyone get below 10?
I had 20, so no.
I had 20.
So how about the guards?
Oh, let's roll for the guard, shall we? Let's see how poorly.
Gosh.
Oh, Jesus.
That would be amazing if the head of that snake flew all the way over there.
The head of the snake rises in the air. I'm actually going to shrink down its thing really quick so that it's manageable. The head of the snake plops over here and just kind of languishes on the side. The other snake looks at you, narrows its eyes, and Maya, it is your turn.
Well, I haven't moved.
Oh, you haven't moved? Alright, go ahead. What would you like to do, Orla?
Let's see if I can do that. I think I can can use a reaction if I move, but maybe not. We bane mythical nerves. Is it mythical nerves? No. No. Okay, never mind. I can't do anything. Go ahead.
Alright. I will steady aim to give myself advantage. Then swing my rapier at it.
Alright, I like that. Go ahead and strike.
Let's crit fish. Wow. Weird.
Alright.
Alright. I assume that's a hit then?
Yep. They have a very low AC. Jesus Christ.
Plus an extra 2.
Alright, so 30?
Yeah.
God
Next session.
damn. Why are all my monsters?
Oh, wait. Nope. It's not 18. I put in my macro wrong.
Oh, okay. What is it?
It is... Because I forgot the D. I just put 18 on accident. 16. That makes more
Rolling a
sense.
D10 to see if it did do the add.
The
10 or
creature
less.
is nearly bloodied as you see it start to writhe, the sinews slicing off from places where you have stabbed it. Is there anything else you would like to do, Maya?
No, that's all I got.
Okay, perfect. Okay, the other snake is fucking dead, so I'm gonna kill him. Alright, the snake looks at you. Snake's like, well, shit. It's gonna attack you, Maya. There's an 11 hit.
It does not, but it does provoke my unrelenting.
Okay, good. Go ahead.
Oh my gosh!
Okay, well, tab that up and let's see how dead this fucking snake is.
Okay. Well, jeez.
Oh my god.
Is it max damage, including my
then-
sneak attack?
Oh, that actually is supposed to do a D12, not a D8.
Yeah, I'll add that in there. So tell me if you hit 33, and if you hit that number, then the thing is dead.
Okay, so let's see. I'm already doing 8 plus 6 plus 6, so 20, and then I actually have to roll to do damage. I do 31.
Jesus.
Fuck.
All right. Why are you doing this? Jesus Christ! Note to self: up CR. Like holy shit. I was like, a couple CR2 snakes would be interesting, and then it's just like everyone is fucking dead. All right, it's the guard's turn. The guard has to like do minimum competence here. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, the snake is dead. He rears up his spear, stabs the creature deftly through the eye as it slumps over with a splash, waves washing over your feet, frothy with venom as it pours out of its wound. The creature is dead. And combat is over.
I'm immediately going to start collecting snake venom.
Oh shit.
How?
There is a rule for this, I need to look it up. I think it is actually a extremely
I have something
high...
here that lets me.
What'd it let you do, man?
There's something that lets me carry something as if I'm a size larger than I am.
Oh, yeah.
I have that ability somewhere in there. Maybe that's Colossus. Is that what Colossus does?
Yeah, I think so. It lets you lift up extra stuff. It gives you the size larger thing.
I think they're
Cole, do
like
you remember
more
what
than
the-
one size larger than you if you try to lift the entire corpse.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. I'm just gonna cut up
Moxidon.
one of the snakes to the size that I can carry.
You could probably make it into 4 chunks and then
Powerful
carry
move.
each chunk.
Just go ahead and give me a poison tool check really quick for me. Maya.
Okay. Would that be... What skill would that...
Intelligence.
Okay.
It should automatically be spec to that, and if it's not, just adjust it. We can change it in post.
Jeez. I don't know. I'm just gonna slash roll 1d20 plus proficiency because I'm proficient plus intelligence, which is okay. 18.
You successfully harvest 2 vials of venom from this snake. It is a con save DC 14. And actually, wait. Is this snake even venomous? Hold on a second.
It's a constrictor.
You were literally
Or it's
describing
listed
it.
as a giant constrictor.
You were literally describing it as having venom.
Oh, it's because these snakes actually don't have venom.
Oh,
Yeah.
well,
That's
the weird
forget-
colored blood.
Ignore me. Very weird colored blood. They're reptilian blood. Yeah, there's no venom in these things.
Oh.
No wonder it didn't hurt when that sprayed everywhere.
It's just blood. All right.
I'm the one
It
who
has
knows that.
the
I'm
oddest
not gonna
molecular
lie.
construction where it makes a hissing sound when it touches anything organic, but it's not actually acid.
It's just a thing to like throw you off.
It's just
you know?
dry blood, like dry ice, but like dry blood.
Dry blood. There
God
you go.
damn it. You know what? Maybe. Okay, I switched the poisoner's kit to operate off of intelligence. So yours will roll off of intelligence now.
Cool.
Right.
I guess.
Okay.
Use
The guards wipe their brows. They look at each other and kind of give each other like a little nod. One of them starts taking off a cloth, and the cloth automatically prestidigitates all of the blood and viscera off themselves. They dust each other off, and they kind of look at the snake and kind of gesture in a hey, free meal kind of stuff way, looking at the rest of you. Are you interested in carving up the snake?
I'm going to walk up and snatch one of those cloths away from them and do the same thing to myself.
You snatch it out of the guy's hand, and he's like, could have just asked, but then you just start like wiping away.
I do the thing and then toss it back at him and start to cut up as much snake as I feel like I can carry.
Okay,
I'm just going to walk until camp.
Give me some survival checks for that.
Which way is the restroom?
It is down the hall. This is down the hall. Just like, you
Let's
can't miss it.
see.
It's down the hall to the forward.
Down the hall to the forward.
Just watch out for Giuseppe.
Oh no!
No,
turn right,
down the
turn
hall
right.
here.
The murder hall.
There you go. Perfect.
God.
Oh, what happened? Did you fudge it?
7.
Yeah. You butcher it a little bit.
Not even 7. 4.
Huh?
It's actually a 4. I was looking at the wrong attribute.
Wow. Yeah. It's a.
I'm literally just trying to chop it in a chunk of it. I'm not really.
Yes, it's not venomous. I'll just give it to you. If there was like something that could horribly go wrong with
I
it,
literally want to just cut as much of the creature up. And like, I didn't have to be in small things. I'm just going to carry it on my back because I've got a 20 strength.
All right. You slice off about like a good 100 pounds of snake meat.
Cool.
They actually have a cooler in there that does, I think it's like shape water or something. I think one of those cantrips allows you to generate ice. So it's a cooler, and you just slap the meat in there, and it stays fresh for the rest of your journey. And you
Okay.
can bring
I
it
don't
out
even
and
have to
try
carry it.
Huh?
I don't even have to carry it.
Yeah, you just.
How late in the day is it? Is it
It's
noon?
probably around 2 o'clock right now.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna pause the recording really quick, and we're gonna wait for Dylan to get back. I'm
Yo,
gonna fire up the recording again. We're actually right about where I thought we would be. We're at the hour and a half mark, and there's a few more sections left. Okay.
I will say I do want to be gone by 8 because I'm very tired.
Okay, that's in 10 minutes. Okay, let me do the next encounter. And then the next few encounters, I guess between those two, we will bring in Kemp. Okay, you get back into the carriage, prepare yourself to depart. You cross the marsh. They pick up the Tensor's transformation, little pillars for the carriage, prop them back in there, it takes a few minutes, and you are on your way. Over the course of the next few hours, it starts to get colder, the vegetation starts to get sparser, and you find yourself climbing over a mountain range. Those of you, you can give me, I don't know what the hell a geography check would be, a history check, I suppose, if you are familiar with the northern Alfurian Koeen border, if you think your character would be up here fairly often. Yeah, you might have been here. Yeah, go ahead. You can roll the history check.
I spent a certain amount of time with the Koim.
You did. You would be able to do this as well.
Okay.
I don't think Maya would.
No.
All right, what did you all get?
I have a 19.
15 plus 18.
Oh, perfect. The both of you know that you are approaching one of the northernmost Alfurian mountains. And beyond this, it's kind of a swampy little marsh and a bog, a little bit strange, prone to wildfires. And then there is a relatively kind of large sea that rings Korean territory, then there's a plain, and then there's a mountain itself. So the last leg of your journey will be over boat. This is one of the most boorish parts of the journey. Thankfully, the cabin of the carriage is heated. You actually notice that a kind of magical flame starts to alight. And the temperature's modest, like probably kept around like 65 to 70 degrees. Outside it seems to be dipping into like 40, 30. It starts to get cold. And eventually you ride around the heights and you are coming across an area that the both of you are familiar with called the Sky Bridge. It is the tip top of the mountain. It is warded in order to give you a clear view of everything. And it is also the safest and quickest route over the mountain. So you climb to the top of the mountain, you basically follow the ridges. It's essentially like the top of the mountain. The sharp peak was flattened down. And
To make a road.
yeah, big road. And so below you see the ridges and the clouds and what have you. As you're rounding over the top here, give me a perception check. I imagine you all are probably going to be kind of peeking around in curiosity at the great heights and depths.
Ooh, nat 20.
14.
Sweet.
All right, what do we got?
Nat 20.
Nat 20. Okay, what do we got?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. And what do we got here, Eiffel?
14.
All right. Orla and Maya, you notice in the distance a strange vehicle approaching. I'm going to put it up on the map if you actually want to physically look at it. It is a small winged craft in the shape of a bird, mechanical in nature. It has a small cabin. You are both familiar with these. These are flying carriages. They're relatively uncommon, something that mainly the Marzak make. The thing itself swoops down in front of you, in front of the carriage, and comes to a stop. You can tell that it seems to be a large mechanical parrot. Seems to be how it's put together. The coloration of the wings is colorful. The cabin opens up, and four Marzak men exit. They have faces of consternation. They are in fear and in panic, and they kind of start waving at you, asking for you to stop. How do you respond?
I mean, the guards are driving the carriage,
I
right?
know, but they won't stop unless you tell them to.
Okay.
I tell them to stop. I'll pull on the little pull cord.
You pull on the bell, and the guards pull over, and the Marzak men come to the side of your carriage, and they're like, oh, thank goodness you stopped. Thank you. You have to give us assistance. We were hunting some of the flying creatures around here, and one of them managed to get its talon into the top of our ship and impaled our friend. We don't have any medical equipment. Do you have anything that could perhaps offer assistance here? Something to staunch the bleeding, or maybe suturate, or something of that nature?
My character literally is wiping his face with gauze from having eaten a messy chicken sandwich. Just like literal medical gauze wiping his face.
That's a good cleric. Please, could you broach some assistance? Surely your god would not allow you to turn down passerby in need of your services.
My God would not allow me to ignore you, but he would allow me to blatantly reject you. Do you have money?
We can pay.
Bam, sold. I go over to the body. How bad is it?
Pretty bad.
It's impaled?
Yeah, there's like a talon in there and it broke
I'm
off.
gonna like poke at the impaled area, see if it has sensitivity. Okay. Well, this is going to be very, very nasty. Orle, can you like just in one kathunk rip it out?
Do you have money?
They have money.
You see
You're
them look
splitting
at
it
you,
with me.
and then they pull out another coin.
We can
purse and
negotiate
set down.
this. Just rip him out before he's dead and there's no money.
Fair enough. I'm going to put my knees on his shoulder to hold his hand still.
All right.
Sit on his feet.
I sit on his feet.
One of his friends come over and kind of just like jams like a leather strap into his mouth and kind of looks at him like, "Okay, buddy. All right."
Oh, wait,
I'm
hold
gonna
on for
grab
the
his
pain.
arms
And
and
then
I'll
I
hold them
pour him
down.
like some alcohol
Got
in his
my
mouth.
knees on the
Okay,
shoulder.
then you give him a little
Okay.
alcohol. He looks at you like, "Much obliged, stranger."
I close it.
This is going to end, then I'll rip it out before I finish the sentence.
You're doing great, healing word. And I slather some alcohol on the wound.
Just light it on fire.
You're doing great. Do we have the stomach? Oh, we do not have the stomach blood, do we? I'm gonna grab bits of him and start to insert them into the area.
Oh, good.
I don't think that's how that works.
I'm grabbing bits of him and I'm starting to insert them in the area, and I'm like, Supreme Being who is divine and perfect, do your best. I'm not asking for perfect. You are perfect, just do your best here. And I'm trying to cast healing magic on them.
Okay, you go ahead and cast it. The pieces come together in this sickening motion. You see the flesh kind of come together, close up, seal over, and the man is restored to health, not a scar on his body. You see him get up. He's lost a lot of blood, so this guy's pretty fucking trashed. As he gets up, he looks at you and goes, "Oh, thank you for your assistance. So what?"
I literally just start jamming my hand in his pocket, see if he has stuff in there.
Do you mind?
No, you're cool. Just hold on.
They look at you bemused and like, perhaps it's part of the healing.
Where did they park the vehicle?
Right up ahead of you. Yeah.
Did I feel money in their pockets?
This guy has no money in his pockets, but the other guys are actually sitting around.
I kick him away like, where is the payment? We have a clearly living individual.
All right, son. What would you see as fair for these services, kind Cretins?
Easily 300 gold. Basically perform Revivify.
That is steep. And unfortunately, all we have is 150 gold.
I'm stepping into their ship.
You're gonna step into their ship?
Yep.
It is like hovering over the side and whatnot. You attempt to grab onto the door handle, but it's not budged. It's locked.
I'm going to rip it open.
Go ahead and give me an athletics check.
Shit. Okay. Actually, you've been treating me nice tonight. That's a 15 plus a billion because my strength is 20. 15 plus 9, so that's 24.
Jesus,
I probably can do that at advantage for some reason, but whatever.
You tug on the door, and it budges slightly, but it doesn't move. It is magically enforced. And the men look at you and are like, why are you harming our things?
We'll take the 150. That's plenty.
See them count the coins. They open their purse, and in fact, it is all the money in that purse. And they clink the coins into your hands. Here is your 150 gold, kind cleric.
Has this been a new day?
No, not yet.
Okay.
After this encounter, technically, it will be done the next day.
For the remaining 150, you will take us the rest of the way to our destination.
Perhaps, but our cabin can only fit 4, unfortunately.
Yes, very unfortunately. And then I look at you. I look at you, and I look at them.
I will take the butt of my sword and knock the guy out that just got healed, and knock the other guy out.
God, you criminals!
Yeah, this is actually highway robbery. This is literal highway robbery.
I am very intrigued by this.
I 100% agree with this plan. The guy that is healed is only at like 1 hit point.
We don't have very far to go. You can bring him back.
No, I
you
don't care.
No, not you. I meant to say you can come back and get him.
Why are we stealing?
It's faster.
Cool.
Alright, roll
comfortable.
initiative, I imagine. Here.
Is
Does
it
it look
faster
more
and more comfortable?
Huh?
Is it faster and more comfortable?
It'll get you there quicker.
20.
Yeah. We're rolling our initiative here.
I'm not going to
Am
engage in initiative.
Do we know?
Huh?
Would I know if it's actually a more comfortable ride?
It's certainly a more luxurious vehicle.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Cool. Then yes, I want this. This is happening.
Oh my God. All right.
My initiative is fucking 5 because I don't have the thing that gives me advantage on initiative yet.
You know, I actually am gonna roll initiative.
Because your compatriots are obviously going to be morons. You have to be a moron.
Well, no, I'm going to be helping the guards.
Wow. This is going to be great. Yeah.
I mean, it's literal highway robbery.
I'm sorry, I didn't know the murderer had ethics.
the
The literal
murdered.
You literally described your first encounter with success as I murdered a man, ripped off his arm, and stole his money.
In combat.
Yeah,
It was
this
a
is also
war.
combat.
No, this isn't a war. This is just some
Life
dudes.
is war.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, the guards are not going to assist in this highway robbery, and they are going to attack you, Orla. This is going to go so fucking forward. Yeah, and 8 misses. Oh, God. All this is happening now. Alright, the guard doesn't pass his turn. Maya, it is your turn.
Alright, well, which one of you is the barbarian again?
Me.
Okay, I'm gonna swing at you before you can rage then.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my steady aim to. Oh, wait.
Did you get higher than a 20 initiative?
Oh, yeah, I got a super high initiative. I got 17.1.
What? I was just saying I had 20 initiative.
Oh, that's not reflected on.
What did you put, Ian?
What do you mean?
For my initiative.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there should be. There is a set to 17. It should not be that. But theirs is actually highest. Hold on a second. I had the guard go before you, but we'll just leave it. I don't know why it's rolling these weird. All right. the guard technically beat you for some weird reason, so you go now, Maya.
Oh, that's me. Okay. I will.
What was
I'm
your?
gonna-
What
I, mean,
was your
I
initiative?
keep
Your-
saying that I rolled a 20,
Oh, my mistake.
and
All right, what are your dex modifiers?
my dex modifier is 1, so
Mine's 0, but I got a nat 20.
Ah, shit. Okay,
I
you go
didn't-
after them then.
So I go first.
Yeah, it'll be Maya, and then it'll be Eiffel. Yeah, my
Okay.
mistake. Sorry about that. Man.
I will use my cunning action to disengage. Well, actually, I don't need to because I'm stepping away from combat, right? No, that's when you need to disengage. Yeah, I'm gonna use cunning action to disengage and move away because I don't want to die.
Yeah, smart idea.
Is it within 10 feet?
Fucking chaotic. Fuckers.
There is this is like, to me, this is like turning left at a red light when there's no one around at 2 a.m. That's what's going on in Orla's head.
I am going to use my Haka as my action. So this is an Ian given ability. As an action, shout out a war chant. This war chant grants advantage for weapons and spell attacks for me and a number of creatures equal to my ability modifier of my choice. Oh, it's only for 1 round? That's still fine. For 1 round, use once per long rest. I'm going to be using it on myself and the 4 guards. The, good guards, Black Earth guards.
Wow. Okay then. So they're gonna get advantage and everything. Oh,
Yes.
that's good. Okay, good.
I actually have a question.
Um.
The way it's written, I won't ever benefit from the
Yeah.
advantage.
I need to restructure it. I think it's as part of your attack action. Let's do
Oh, as part of my attack action?
that. Yeah. So you give yourself an advantage, and then it'll end on your next turn. So your next turn you won't have it, but you'll have it now. So basically, it's like a 1-hit advantage.
But I use my action to use it.
Yep. Okay. Like it's written that way, but it should be as part of your attack action. You can.
Oh, in that case, I'm not going to move totally far away. Instead, I'm just gonna, move over here and use my Haka while I attack.
Okay. And who are you attacking?
The barbarian.
That is actually Eiffel. Orla is the stark cloaked madam on the other side.
I am the crazy redhead with no soul.
So I guess I should actually be there. But
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, there we go.
okay, there we go. So yeah, I'm gonna make an attack with advantage. And let me advantage that.
Oh, Jesus. Wait, did you crit on that?
Oh my gosh, I
Oh
did.
my god!
Holy cow.
Oh my god, right, well, this is...
Okay, well, I'll,
Bring it!
okay, wow.
Bring it, Brittany!
Let's see.
Oh,
So,
Jesus Christ.
I get a base 8
It's
plus
gonna be 12 plus 2d6 plus 8 plus 1d8.
So that's so I'm already doing 20, so then plus
Oh my fucking god.
15 plus 2. So that's 37 damage.
well,
Are you conscious?
yeah,
I imagine you're
let's see
mad.
how it rolled out.
very
Right.
mad. I have 2 hit points left.
Okay.
Oh wait, I am also going to use my piercer to re-roll that d8.
Oh god, so...
If you get 2 more,
Oh,
I'm unconscious.
Did you get less?
I got the same number. I got a 1.
The same.
Okay.
number. Okay.
Then let's see. I already used my bonus action to disengage and all that. Used my Haka.
Oh my fucking god. I'm sorry.
Well, no, I'm almost certain I have 1 more. Oh yeah, I can use my Whales from the Grave to deal an extra d6 damage.
To the same target to a different target.
Different target.
So
Yeah.
just to avoid you just knocking my character unconscious, the hits that you've gotten already have made your point to Orla.
Okay.
It is clear from her face after blocking maybe 1 attack possibly that you've made your point. She's not going to kill these people.
Okay. I also deal 1d6 damage to you though.
Her heart was not in this murder. It was
What's the
simply
total?
business.
1.
1? Okay, ow.
Yeah. Pass turn. You really shouldn't be trying to skyjack people. It's very rude.
You're still in this. No, the skyjacking thing. You don't look great.
She has made it very clear that this is not something the party, and I look at the guards as if they're dirt, as a whole does not wish to continue.
I look at the ship. Does anything about the ship look easily destructible?
Huh? You can look at. Give me an Arcana check.
I also don't like it when things are hidden from me.
Bad, relatively speaking. I had expertise though, actually. So
Yeah,
that's 9 plus 3. That is 12. That's a bad roll, but still a 12.
You look at it and can trace some semblance of arcana that is coursing about the exterior of the vehicle. You imagine that it might be some kind of ward, but you don't know what it would do.
I've decided what I'm going to do.
I don't know.
I remove the IOU card from my pocket, sit it on the person who got the whole stomach plug thing, like, may you be cursed with this now. And I hand him the IOU card.
Wait.
Didn't you leave that where the flagon was?
Oh,
No, a new one got generated
New one, I
because
see.
of the booze. So I am handing
It's
him
a you owe me.
Yeah.
So you hand him the you owe me card
Yeah.
from your god, which is a divine
I hand it to him like, you will speak to my representative in time. And then I leave.
Alright. The guards look at you. The guards look at Orla and it says, "You, ma'am, will you desist in this nonsensical chicanery?"
I will spit in his face and then sheath my sword.
We will forgive this transgression. The men step into their cabin.
Yeah, you tell her there. Oh, man, you really used your sword arm in that fight. Oh, big scary boy. Couldn't hit a snake, though.
The guards go into their little ship and they fly away.
Do I know enough? Oh, maybe I shouldn't.
What? Harass them in Himsko?
No, I was gonna throw a javelin through their wing and make them crash, but
Hey, you're wanted by the.
I will watch them fly away and imagine throwing a javelin at their wing and making them crash, and then I will look at Maya and I will huff and start walking.
Well, don't try to skyjack people next time.
I want to examine these giant swords before we call it a night.
Alright, sure. Go ahead. Give me whatever appropriate roll you would like.
I guess history would be the most appropriate because I'm proficient in it.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think that's +9. And I'm definitely sulking, by the way. It is very clear that I am sulking.
Okay, perfect.
I love
That
it.
makes me happy.
I want you to know that 2/3 of this party has almost been murdered by this party.
I mean, what the hell? What did you get, Orla?
I got a 22.
Okay. You remember reading about these in a class where you're discussing military tactics. These swords implanted on the ridge broadcast a magical aura that keeps the ridge free from any environmental effects that would make it dangerous for carriages and passers-by to go away. So
Okay, so
snow,
the shape
ice.
of the sword is more aesthetic than anything.
yeah, it's in the
Okay.
same. It's in the shape of a sword, mainly just I guess the guy who was enchanting it had a bit of a flourish for the dramatic. Further down, you can see that there's like sconces and statues. It seems that they varied by the person who was commissioned for a particular stretch of road. They apparently split it up by like the mile or something. And this one particular stretch here, the swords were made by a particular individual. You can tell that it was probably an Hasid artificer because there's some flourishes of Hasid craftsmanship in here. You can see like, oh, look at the way he used the needlework iron and whatnot. But aside from that, pretty rudimentary. Is there anything anyone else wants to do before we close out the session?
As soon as I have a recharge on my divine thing, right?
That's in like a week. Well, actually, it hasn't.
It hasn't triggered. It's a week between triggers.
Yeah,
but
so you're fine.
I get one attempt every day.
Yeah.
So soon next day, morning, like, Supreme Being, blow up their fuel tank, cause them to catch fire, fall down, and die. Because they owe you money. No.
You find that your prayer might not be in accordance with righteousness or virtue, and the Lord is silent. Kandrasek does not hear your call. Alright, well...
Kandrasek isn't even a god of righteousness. They specifically want things to burn. It's lamentable, but it must happen.
Oh yeah, I remember now. I'm like, I have to look up my Supremes. Alright, we are actually approaching the 2-hour mark, which is actually about how long I expected sessions to last. So it's kind of nice. I'm going to end the recording. We will be returning at 6 p.m. on May the 30th. Thank you, everyone, and good night.